Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtiki. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Caitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Mate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirviseshasha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna
Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhakta Varanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare.
So let's start our Bhagavatam reading, Canto 3. We are on chapter 1, text 25, where Vidur is going to meet Uddhav. So, Savasudevanucharanam, sorry. Savasudevanucharam prashantam brahaspate praktanayam pratitam Alingya gadam pranayena bhadram swanam aprachad bhagvat prajanam. Then, due to his great love and feeling, Vidur embraced him, Uddhav, who was a constant companion of Lord Krishna and formerly a great student of Brihaspati's. Vidur then asked him for news of the family of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Okay, sorry about that. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Vidur was older than Uddhav, like a father, and therefore, when the two met, Uddhav bowed down before Vidur, and Vidur embraced him, because Uddhav was younger, like a son. Vidur's brother Pandu was Lord Krishna's uncle, and Uddhav was a cousin to Lord Krishna. According to social custom, therefore, Vidur was to be respected by Uddhav on the level of his father. Uddhav was a great scholar in logic, and he was known to be a son or disciple of Brihaspati, the greatly learned priest and spiritual master of the demigods. So Uddhav was Krishna's very, very close friend in Dwarka. And he was, what do you say? Krishna would consult with Uddhav before doing anything. Although Krishna is God himself, to set the standard, he wouldn't take the decisions by himself. On many occasions, he would ask Uddhav, what do you think? What should be done in this situation? Because Uddhav was greatly learned. He was a student of Brihaspati, so he had a lot of knowledge of how to act in what situation. And Uddhav, his color of the body, his bodily features were like Krishna. You know, that when he went to Vrindavan, first the gopis got confused. Was it Krishna coming? But when Uddhav came closer, then they realized this is not Krishna. And Uddhav, the clothes he used to wear was Krishna's old clothes. The garlands he used to wear was Krishna's old garlands. Like that, he was very attached to Krishna. He would be with Krishna till the time from Krishna woke up in the morning till the time he would go to bed at night. Whole day he would be with Krishna as much as possible. So Vidur asked Uddhav about the welfare of his relatives, although he already knew that they were no longer in the world. This inquiry appears to be very pure, but Srila Jiva Goswami states that the news was shocking to Vidur, who therefore inquired again due to great curiosity. Thus, his inquiry was psychological and not practical. So we also can see, even in our lives, when something shocks us, then we talk about it again and again for our mind to accept it, for our mind to settle down. So Vidur knew already that Lord Krishna had left the world, but he's again asking Uddhav. Reading on, text 26. Kachit Purano Purusho Swanabhya Padmanuvritye Hakila Vatirno Asata Urvya Kushalam Vidhaya Krita Shanau Kushalam Suragehe. Please tell me whether the original personalities of Godhead who incarnated themselves at the request of Brahma, was born out of the lotus flower from the Lord, and who have increased the prosperity of the world by elevating everyone, are doing well in the house of Surasen. So here Vidur knows the proper position of Krishna and Lord Balaram. So he's saying whether the original personalities of Godhead. He knows that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead and that Balaram is his first expansion. So there is no difference between Balaram and Krishna. And then he knows that they appeared in the world at that time was because Lord Brahma had prayed to them. So we can understand how a person speaks and acts. We can understand what is their level of consciousness. So here we can see that Vidur, he's a pure devotee of the Lord because he's rightly situated. He knows the position of Krishna. He knows the position of Brahma. Lord Krishna and Brahma are not two different personalities of Godhead. God is one without a second, but he expands himself in many forms without their being separate from one another. They are all plenary expansions. The immediate expansion of Lord Krishna is Baladev, and Brahma, born from the lotus flower of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, is an expansion of Baladev. So there is no difference between Krishna and Balaram, no difference at all. Only the mood is different. The mood of Balaramji, is to always offer service to Krishna. I'm sorry. And the mood of Krishna is enjoying. Ras Bihari is always in that enjoying mood. But it doesn't mean that Balaramji is not God. But it's just that he doesn't like to be worshipped as God. He wants to give all the service to Krishna. But he's Krishna's first expansion, the very first expansion. And all the expansions that come, all the other Vishnu expansions, they're all coming from Balaramji. All the expansions, the Vishnu expansions, the Purusha avatars, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Mahavishnu, the Shirodakshay Vishnu, all the incarnations. Because first expansion of Krishna is Balaramji. Then Balaramji expands into the first Chaturvyuha, Sankarshan, Anirudh, Vasudev, and Pradyumna. Then again into the second set of Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh, and Vasudev. Then comes Lord Narayan, and then the Purusha avatars. This indicates that Krishna and Baladev are not subjected to the regulations of the universe. On the contrary, the whole universe is under their subjugation. They appeared at the request of Brahma to liberate the burden of the world. And they relieved the world by many superhuman activities so that everyone became happy and prosperous. Without the grace of the Lord, no one can become happy and prosperous, because the happiness of the family of the Lord's devotees depends on the happiness of the Lord. First of all, Vidur first of all inquired about the well-being of the Lord. So, without the grace of the Lord, no one can become happy and prosperous. We are all trying to be happy here in the material world. You know, we all want Krishna's possessions, but we want to forget Krishna. We want to enjoy this material world, but forget Krishna, that, oh, this Krishna does not exist, but everything exists for my pleasure. But we should understand, Bhagavatam says that we cannot become happy if we do not have the grace, if we do not have the mercy of the Lord. So if we are intelligent, we'll take up this process of Krishna consciousness seriously. If we really want to be happy, if we really want to be prosperous. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Text 27. Kachit Kuranam Paramasruhin Suhrinno Brahma Saaste Sukham Anga Shorihi Yove Swasranam Pitrivat Dadati Varan Vadanyo Varatarpanena. Please tell me whether the best friend of the Kurus, our brother-in-law Vasudev, is doing well. He is very munificent. He is like a father to his sisters, and he is always pleasing to his wives. Lord Krishna's father Vasudev had 16 wives, and one of them, named Pauravi or Rohini, the mother of Baladev, was the sister of Vidur. Oh wow. Vasudev therefore was the husband of Vidur's sister, and thus they were brother-in-laws. Okay, I didn't know that. Rohini and Vasudev are brothers and sister. And Rohini is Vasudev's wife, and she's Balaramji's mother. So, Vasudev therefore was the husband of Vidur's sister, and thus they were brothers-in-law. Vasudev's sister Kunti was the wife of Pandu. Vidur's elder brother, and in that sense also Vasudev, was brother-in-law to Vidura. Kunti was younger than Vasudev, and it was the duty of the elder brother to treat younger sisters as daughters. Whenever anything was needed by Kunti, it was munificently delivered by Vasudev, due to his great love for his younger sister. Because Vasudev is Krishna. Krishna is called Vasudev because he's the son of Vasudev. So Vasudev never dissatisfied his wives, and at the same time, he supplied the objects desired by his sister. He had special attention for Kunti because she became a widow at an early age. While inquiring about Vasudev's welfare, Vidur remembered all about him and the family relationship. So the Kurus and the Yadus are intimately related. They have intimate relationship. Text 28. Kachit varutha dipatir yadunam pradyumna aste sukham angaviraha yam rukmini bhagavato abhilebhe aradhya vipransmaram adi sarge. Oh Uddhav, please tell me, how is Pradyumna, the commander-in-chief of the Yadus? Just one moment, please.
Shilpa, you want us to read? You're having problem? You want us? Are you okay?
Yeah, thank you. Just something stuck in my throat, you know.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, thank you about that. So, O Uddhav, please tell me, how is Pradyumna, the commander-in-chief of the Yadus, who was Cupid in a former life? Rukmini bore him as her son from Lord Krishna by the grace of Brahmanas, whom she pleased. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, Smara, Cupid or Kamadev, is one of the eternal associates of Lord Krishna. Jiva Goswami has explained this very elaborately in his treatise, Krishna Sandarbha. So Cupid, Pradyumna is Krishna's older son by Rukmini. There's an interesting story also how when Pradyumna is born and then he's snatched by a demon and then somehow he gets eaten by a fish and then that fish is captured and given it to the cook of the king, of some king far away, and then the cook cuts the fish and then he sees the baby inside, and then Pradyumna is brought up by a nurse. It's a very interesting story. I can't remember fully the details, but yeah. But he's called as Cupid, Kamadev. Okay. Text 29.
Kamadev in a past life, is it?
Yeah. Here is mentioned, who was Cupid in a former life.
Former life.
Yeah. Kachit sukham satvata vrishni bhoja dashar hakam adipa asa aste yam abhyashina chatapatra netro nirpashanasham parihritya dura. O my friend, tell me whether Ugrasen, the king of the Sattvatas, Vrishnis, Bhojas, and Dasharhas, is now doing well. He went far away from his kingdom, leaving aside all hopes of his royal throne. But Lord Krishna again installed him. So Ugrasen was put into the prison by Kamsa. And then, of course, after Krishna killed Kamsa, then he released Ugrasen. Text 30. Kachid thare samya sutta sadriksha aste agrani rathinam sadhu sambaha asutayam jambavati vritadhya devam guham yo ambika yadrito gre. O gentle one, does Samba fare well? He exactly resembles the son of the personality of Godhead. In a previous birth, he was born as Kartikeya in the womb of the wife of Lord Shiva. And now he has been born in the womb of Jambavati, the most enriched wife of Krishna. So it seems Samba, he is one of the sons of Krishna by his wife. The wife's name is Jambavati. She was the daughter of Jambavan. Jambavan is the one who had helped Lord Ramachandra in his fight against Ravan. And like he was the king of the monkeys, Jambavan. And Samba is the son of Jambavati. And Samba was known to be very mischievous. And he was very attached to his mother since he was small. And Bhagavatam is saying that he was formerly, in the previous birth, he was Kartikeya. Kartikeya, the son of Lord Shiva and Parvati. Lord Shiva, one of the three qualitative incarnations of the personality of Godhead, is the plenary expansion of the Lord. Kartikeya, born of him, is on the level of Pradyumna, another son of Lord Krishna. When Lord Krishna descends into the material world, all his plenary portions also appear with him to exhibit different functions of the Lord. So, Lord Shiva, he's not an ordinary living entity. Lord Shiva is not Jiva Tattva. Like Lord Brahma can be a living entity, a Jiva. So sometimes a living entity is empowered by Krishna to take the post of Brahmaji, or sometimes Krishna expands himself to take the post of Brahmaji. But Lord Shiva, he's another tattva. He's an expansion of Krishna, but he's not Jiva like us. He's called Shiva Tattva. So the Acharyas, they explain that how yogurt comes from milk. So milk can be made into yogurt. So milk, you can make it into yogurt. But once you have yogurt, it can never become milk again. So Lord Shiva can never become Vishnu Tattva again. He is his own Tattva, Shiva Tattva. But his origin he's an expansion of Lord Vishnu. Is that okay?
Yeah, so what's the difference then?
So same like milk and yogurt.
That's
That's how they explain it.
oh,
Yeah, so Lord Shiva is not, his origin is Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, but he does not have all, like, he's not Vishnu Tattva. He's Shiva Tattva. So he does not have all the qualities as Lord Krishna, as Lord Vishnu has. He has them to, I think, I forget, 78% or something.
okay.
Yeah. So
And Brahma?
Brahmaji is a living entity. Brahma is a post, actually. How we have the post of a president of any country, and then the person who occupies the post can keep changing. So Brahmaji is like that. That it's a post, and at different times, different living entities take up this post of being Lord Brahma.
Okay. And there are many Brahmas.
Yeah.
Like universe.
Many.
I'm just wondering why there are not many Brahma temples compared to like Shiva and all the other, Any reason to it behind this?
Yeah, he was cursed. Brahmaji
हाँ
was
Yes.
by his
श्राप मिला था उनको
Yeah, he was cursed by his wife, and that
Ah.
because he was waiting to do a puja, and his wife was taking too long to come. So so he started the puja without her. So she cursed him that you will be not worshipped much, only in one place. In Pushkar, he is worshipped. There's a
Okay. Acha. Okay.
Yes, Auntie Rashmi, ये correct story है ना?
हाँ ऐसे ही कुछ है ऐसे ही कुछ है
Yeah,
I
he was
think in Taiwan there is a temple, like near the Ganesh, there is the Brahma statue.
Where?
In Taipei, there's a Ganesha temple.
Yeah.
So just the next Murti is the Brahma. There are two deities. So one is Shiva, one is Ganesha and the other is Brahma. You can see it.
The one on that Pata Road, right?
Yes. So both are worshipped there.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, how you don't find so many temples.
But there are a lot of Brahma temples in Taiwan, like a lot of deities. Like
in Taiwan there?
Yes. Lots and lots of. Even
in Indonesia there is one.
Indonesia में
I
है
don't
बहुत
know. But in Taiwan, there are lots and lots of. If you visit the temples here, then you will see that they have Brahmas because there are the four faces. So that represents Brahma.
Okay.
But
it's not the Chinese deity.
No. It's not the Chinese deity. It's the Brahma. They say that it's the creator. That's the Brahma.
They call him Brahma also, is it?
No, I think they call it the creator or something was written. I'm not sure about it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because my husband likes to visit a lot of temples, and whenever there's like a long weekend, then we go and visit some temples.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I think you should take us around, Nia. Sometimes we can make an outing like that.
Yeah, sure, we will do that.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I've never seen Lord Brahmas.
The first one, if you're really interested, you can go and see at the Ganesha temple. That you can see. That is the most prominent one. And even the Sun Moon Lake, like everywhere there is filled. Lots and lots of,
Okay,
so
I didn't know it's called, it's Brahma.
Yeah, it's the creator, they say.
So it's very good then, right? So then because somebody might say, oh, this y'all are just saying creator, Lord Brahma, only in Bhagavatam. How do we know? So we can see that even here in the Chinese culture, they have Lord Brahma here,
Yeah.
it's good to strengthen the faith of the people.
Yeah. And you know, like what we're talking about the earth, then there was this one of the devotees and they were asking that why we are all sent to earth only to do our karmas. Like why? Why, like, you know, on earth? So then he said that because it is your karma bhumi. For the human beings, the karma bhumi is earth. So like for your good or bad, like whatever karma you have done, to bear the fruit of those, you have to be born on earth.
No, not to bear the fruit. You see, the karma bhumi means...
To do the karma, sorry, not bear, yes, I made a mistake. Yeah, please continue.
To get the karma.
Yeah, to get the karma, yes.
Here on this earth, in this human form of life. Yeah. So whatever karma we are doing, now we have to get some result from that karma. Now, if we are supposed to get a good result, then we will go to the higher heavenly planets to enjoy that result of that karma.
Yeah.
Born in families of demigods, you know, as heavenly beings, have a long life, have a lot of enjoyment. And so, but that is going to be only till the time we have that much karma. That much currency, you know, how we have, suppose 1,000 NT, we can go buy that much in 1,000. We can't buy things of 1 million in 1,000.
Yeah.
So then when time is finished, again we have to come down to the earth to create new karma. Now, from when we are again on this human being, as a human being, if we are doing bad things, so in our next life, if we are supposed to suffer, then we will be born in the lower hellish planets, or we will be born as animals, even on this earthly planet.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But only in the human form of life do we create karma.
Yeah.
The karma in the human form of life. As animals, we do not create karma. And even in the higher planetary systems, we don't. It's just here that we create our new karma.
And we should remember it's called Mrityu Lok.
Yeah. The whole material world is called Mrityu Lok.
I thought it was Earth only, no?
Especially the earth. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, like yes, that's right. Yeah. Well, actually, if you see, the whole material world is also called Mrityu Lok, you know, because it's a place of death. Everybody has to die here.
That Krishna is hidden from us. When is our death? I wish, you know, Krishna would tell us. That's one thing why Krishna has hidden this from us. Everything else he gives us, you know. Like
because actually we are already in so much misery.
Yeah,
and
so
if we knew this, then it would be more miserable. You think, Snehaji, that would be good, but otherwise we wouldn't be able to live. Trust me.
I feel you would like yourself more, you know. Yeah.
You know, we are not like Parikshit Maharaj. We are not at that level of exalted devotee. Otherwise, we would have died before being born. Like, अरे मैं तो मरने वाला हूँ. अरे मेरी तो मृत्यु आने वाली. क्या करूँगा मैं? मुझे तो ये भी नहीं करना. हम कुछ भी नहीं करते. We have that tendency because we are humans. We are already full of misery.
But also
already इतना दुख है कि हम अगर हमें पता होता तो शायद हमारे लिए और प्रॉब्लम होती.
Also, our desire to enjoy is so much. You know, we all know we are going to die one day. Looking at everyone. That's what Yudhishthir Maharaj says, right? When the Yaksha asks him, what is the most amazing thing? He says, everybody knows, everybody's seeing everybody's going to die one day. But the way we act is that we are going to live forever.
Forever, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's right.
So because it's our desire to enjoy here is so strong. That is the root cause. It's our desire.
Is the root cause of misery.
Actually, the root cause of misery is our ignorance. Now, why we are ignorant is because we want to separate, enjoy separate from Krishna. Our root cause of misery in the Nectar of Devotion, Rupa Goswami says, is ignorance. Our ignorance that we are the body, not the soul. That's the root cause. And then why we want to think we are the body and not the soul? Because we want to enjoy separate from it. So everything again boils down to our desire.
Yeah, ichha.
Yeah, our desire. And so we should take responsibility of that and try to make correct choices. But we are so much, by default, like how the computer has a default program. By default, because we are in so many millions of lives in this material world, by default, we act on the body platform. So even if we have one tiny desire, maybe I want to go back to Krishna, but then there are so many other millions of desires which cover that desire. And so, to spark that tiny desire, we should continue to hear and chant in the association of devotees so that this desire can become stronger and stronger. So, it might be a tiny spark, but by hearing and chanting in the association of devotees, we will fan that fire till it can become blazing fire, all in the association of devotees. And it can happen. We just continue to hear and chant. That's all. Just Bhagavatam, just take shelter of Bhagavatam, and everything will happen in the due course of time. So we can stop here for today.
Can we just finish this one? I think it's...
Oh, did we not read it? Okay.
No. Can we just finish? Yeah, sorry.
Good. Thank you. But for the pastimes at Vrindavan, when Lord Krishna descends into the material world, all his plenary portions also appear with him to exhibit different functions of the Lord. Now, this is the speciality, that when other avatars come, so they're coming as themselves. Not each and every avatar is inside them. No, but when Krishna comes, all the avatars are with him, because he's the original source. So, but for the pastimes at Vrindavan, all functions are performed by the Lord's different plenary expansions. Vasudev is a plenary expansion of Narayan. When the Lord appeared as Vasudev before Devaki and Vasudev, he appeared in his capacity as Narayan. Similarly, all the demigods of the heavenly kingdom appeared as associates of the Lord in the forms of Pradyumna, Samba, Uddhav, etc. It is learned here that Kamadev appeared as Pradyumna, Kartikya as Samba, and one of the Vasus as Uddhav. All of them served in their different capacities in order to enrich the pastimes of Krishna. So anyway, before Krishna came, he was telling Lord Brahma, tell all the demigods to take birth on the earth so that he can have, because it's not ordinary people cannot have pastimes with Krishna. No? We have to understand that. There has to be some caliber of a person to be able to associate with Krishna. So all these different personalities came to assist in Krishna's pastimes. And when Shyam Sundar Krishna came, what is the difference? That all his expansions are in this person of Shyam Sundar Krishna, each and every one of them. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then we can stop here. Thank you so much. Srimad Bhagavatam.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Shilpa.